So I'm going to start off, if I may, reading a beautiful, short writing by Eve, who of course is the founder of 1 Billion Rising and V-Day. Eve, we love you! This is being streamed live all over the world from here. They've been streaming all day on the website. They started off in New Zealand. They're going to move up somewhere on the California coast, and here they are in London, so now. So then I'm going to introduce incredible speakers who have turned up. I'm going to speak to you very briefly about why they're rising today. Then we've got the most amazing music played by Skin, which is so exciting. And then we are going to do some dancing, all of us. So bear with us, keep your brollies up, and I'll start reading this gorgeous piece. It's called Being Here Now, a statement for 14th of February. Here we are at the Great Rising. Here, where every minute a new story, a new song, photo, poster, poem, justice video is made and released from some part of the world. Here, where young girls in the Philippines chant on the streets that if this is the new world, I want to be part of it. Here, where a genius women mentor of formerly incarcerated women in South Central LA decides on the spot to call a rising in the county jail, essentially a mental institution where women inmates are horribly abused and left untreated. Here, where two opposing teams of footballers in Peru enter the field in solidarity, wearing 1 Billion Rising t-shirts, and where construction workers declare their sites free of sexual harassment. Here, where women and men in Swaziland dance outside a game park, protesting the murder of women and men who venture into the park for food or water or wood or to retrieve their own cattle. Here, where hundreds of thousands of rickshaw drivers in India are sensitized about sexual violence and now carry signs on their rickshaws that read, my religion is respecting women. Here in the US, where activists are literally stopping traffic to end human trafficking in Miami and Atlanta. In Croatia, where the best hockey players created a justice video to talk to men about the violence against women. Where farm workers for immigration reform are rising in 11 US states and 4 Mexican states. Where youths are rising in South Africa, Bangladesh, Philippines, India, and across all 5 boroughs in New York. Where poetry, concerts, dances and militant protests are being seen today. Here, where hundreds of cities across Italy and Germany are rising. And in Palestine, where the Police Academy, Ministry of Women, Ministry of Culture and the Governor of Ramallah and the municipality are coming to deal with the issue of domestic rape and honour crimes. Woo! Here, in the dangerous, horrible zones of Syria, Congo, Iraq, Iran, Somalia, where women are risking their lives to rise and take back the streets. Whoa, for them. Here in the Caribbean, where they rise to make all forms of marital rape illegal. Yes. And here in London, where a coalition of women demand, a coalition of women, one of the leaders for which is here today, who's going to start our speakers, an end to female genital mutilation, FGM. Justice for asylum seekers, domestic workers and incarcerated women. We're here at Trafalgar Square. Here where police officers, rock stars, tribal leaders, mayors, governors, MPs, congressmen, the International Criminal Court, religious leaders and Bollywood stars rise with thousands of frontline social justice organisations. What is clear is that 1 Billion Rising for Justice has gone beyond a one-day action in 190 countries. It is a global determination to end the multiple violences, racial, gender, economic and environmental, that intersect with violence against women. Women and men know a new time has come, and it will be determined and directed by activists on the ground in each community who know the justice they need and deserve and want to get on with it. We are here together, the new here that we have made with our dedication, our bodies, our best strategies, our incessant organising, I know that one, our coalition building, our inclusiveness and our mad dancing. Here, 14th February 2014, where we give our lives to ending all forms of oppression and all of the violences towards women, where we work in our deepest selves to rise above our divisions and join in local, national and global solidarity. Here in the new world, owned by no one and directed by everyone, where creativity down the power of dance to release the trauma that has closed the gateways of our bodies and hearts. May we free and call up the fire and the love. Me love, Eve Ensler and Monique Wilson, director of OBR. Fantastic. I'm going to ask our speakers to come on now. We just have to put the mics on. You will see the dancers again because it's going to be your turn to dance in a minute. Okay. So first I'm going to introduce the incredible Layla Hussein. She is the anti-FGM activist who has led the way for thousands in this country to make incredibly important discussion come from behind closed doors. She's a psychotherapist, she's a member of the FGM Special Initiative and co-founder of Daughters of Eve, a charity dedicated to ending gender-based violence, including female.
Each minute, 5 girls will undergo female genital mutilation. By the time I get off this stage, over 20 girls would have undergone FGM. I'm also survivors of female genital mutilation. That's why that cycle broke. I was challenged. No one spoke to me about violence against women. I didn't know how it was part of my culture. This was part of me. But actually what I went through is violence and abuse. However, if my school taught me about my body and how to protect my body, I'll tell you another story today. What's happened in our education system? I'm rising today because my was married off by making sure she didn't have children until she was 26. For me and my sister, for making sure my daughters are going through it, future daughter will go through it, and I will rise for my future granddaughters, who I don't want them to go through what I went through. So I also rise for all FGM survivors. I'm here today. I know some of them are around. On this stage, we are alive. But today, my biggest rise will be those who passed because of this vile practice, and it needs to end, and we need to end all forms of violence against women and girls. Thank you.
Very special woman. We're all very special women and men that are here today, let's face it. And now I'm thrilled that Bianca Jagger, social activist, humanitarian, and ambassador for human rights organisations all over the world, is in London today and is here. So everybody give Bianca a huge welcome, all the work she does all over the world.
Good morning. It is a pleasure to be with you, even though we are under the rain. As you know, we are in London. It is a pleasure to be with you here at Trafalgar Square. Solidarity with millions of men, boys, girls throughout the world who are clamoring to the violence, who are calling for an end to the cultural, and who are calling to world leaders to say the time has come for us to end violence against women and girls. Isn't it? As founder and chair of the Bianca Jagger Human Rights Foundation, I have been throughout the world for human rights and justice. I have seen firsthand that violence against women and girls happens in every country and at every level of society. And according to the UN, 1 in every 10 women will suffer domestic violence or will be raped or will suffer some form of violence around the world. And I'm here to say no more. We stand together, men and women, to say end violence against women and girls. Globally, at least 1 in 3 women is beaten, coerced into sex, or otherwise abused by an intimate partner in the course of a lifetime. Each year, and when I read this number, I was shocked that each year 60 million girls are sexually assaulted on the way to school. Why is that? Why do we allow that to happen? We need to call for a non-violence revolution, and women and girls throughout the world must embark on this revolution to say no more violence against women and girls. Do you know that here in the UK, 60 million women are raped every year? There is 1 point. You know how many of those women court? How many of those? Only 5,000. Here in the UK, don't think that violence against women and girls only happen in Afghanistan, in Pakistan, in Arab countries, in Saudi Arabia. No, it happened right here. And we should say no more. And we should call upon the UK government to say you must do everything violence against women and girls. This is a global problem, but we can make a difference together. We have a great collective power to tackle deeply entrenched societal norms. The Bianca Jagger Human Rights Foundation has launched a global campaign ending violence against women and girls and the culture of impunity. And I hope that with the V campaign, we will be able to make a difference with the 1 billion women calling for violence against women. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And now we've got somebody who quite shortly is going to be in a position, I'm sure, to do something about it in government. Yes, our Secretary, Cooper MP, is doing an incredible amount to support what we're doing here today. Yvette.
Thank you to see so many people here in the rain. We know that here in Britain, 1 in 3 teenagers in a relationship experiences abuse. We know that 9 out of 10 rapes don't get reported. reported, and 2 women a week are still killed by a partner or an ex. If there was that level of violence at football matches, there would be a national outcry. There would be action. I believe we need a national outcry now against violence against women and girls. Because too often, things are going backwards. Prosecutions for domestic violence and rape are falling, not rising. That is not justice. We've got more teenagers, not less, thinking it's okay to abuse in relationships. Justice. We still have women who are killed by a partner or an ex who owns a gun legally, even though they have a history of domestic abuse. That is not justice. That's why we need national standards. That is why we need a commissioner to make sure those national standards are met. And it's why we need the law change so you have compulsory sex and relationship education so every teenager learns zero tolerance. And we can't let the government turn its back on violence against women. It's why we're campaigning. Because too often, this is a hidden crime with forgotten victims. From burning to rainy, that is why 1 billion
Okay, so now an incredible young woman I met quite recently, Whitney. She's only 26 now. She started with charity, No Sex Without Love, focusing on how young women, particularly young, actually judge their own bodies. She's been doing work here in the States. She's an extraordinary
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day. There we go. I am rising today because there are so many women out here that still can't. There are so many women we have lost on the way. We live in a violent world. And the violence that is done upon us. The violence is still within the message that somehow we are still second class. And that message filters
interactions in my life. So I'm asking for a commercial break now. Twitter, please tweet. We're trending or whatever it is, wrong generation. And we want to trend. OBR _1. Tweet, say where you are and say what's on. I'm going to take over the world. Oh, what's it supposed to be? Oh, she's 17, sorry. So it's absolutely fantastic. They are Baroness Scotland, incredible work with domestic violence. The lovely top TV presenter and worker extraordinaire.
We are the awesome three from Walthamstow. And you are all looking absolutely fantastic, even if it's raining, because we are rising. And we are rising to say we choose to change this world. We choose to end the violence. We choose longer to be violent. So we are asking everybody all around the world to rise. I hope that the charity I created will eliminate domestic violence. That all the corporates across the world will understand that they have a responsibility to look after the employees, to keep them safe, and to make sure violence is history. So rise, rise, and rise again. And these two sisters are rising faster than anyone I know.
We're very proud to be She 17, so it doesn't matter what area you're from, what in the group too. I have to say, what we mustn't forget today is that we actually are the lucky ones in the West. And we mustn't forget that also comes a point where we stop ourselves, we stop living at the table. We want nothing short of 50-50, though I think 60-40 would be better. And so really, I think, let's use this year as the year where we do the thing that we're scared of. What we really want to do, because the minute you become a success, you make it possible for somebody else. You become that role model. So let's use this today to feel empowered within ourselves and do everything that we were born to do. So let's rise.
So equality, we have to challenge it. So I will not be told that some issues are more important to women than others. If we want to rise and we want to speak out for equality, we speak out for everyone. And I tell you, my third reason for rising is because you're rising. Because it's hard to challenge people. It's hard to stand up and speak out and say this is wrong. It's hard to question the power and the... It's hard to do it on your own. When we rise together, we are unstoppable. So we rise today and we rise every single day and we speak out and we dance and we might even sing. But we do it because we know we can and we will make a difference. And that is why I'm so proud to be part of 1 Billion Rising. So pleased that even in the cold and the damp, so many of you are here today because you are making a difference, and we will make a difference, and we will make Britain and this world better, not just for women but for everyone as a result of what we do. So thank you.
Brilliant. They are going to be back dancing at the front of the stage very, very soon. So I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Sophie Barton-Hawkins. She herself is a former offender who spent many years in the system and got to see the things that were happening to women that put them there. She now advises the government, the BBC and other organisations on issues within the criminal justice system. I first met Sophie a few years ago, she reminded me, when I was doing some workshops with Seed that I work with on values. She was at the workshop and she's now back in my life. I'm so thrilled. So Sophie Barton-Hawkins, take the stage.
Well, as Lynn said, I'm here as a former offender. I'm here representing the women who cannot speak for themselves because they're in a prison cell. I am here because this isn't an issue that affects some third world country or some postcode in London. This is something that affects us all. It affects you in the crowd, it's affected me. It's affected my neighbours, your sisters, your mothers, your cousins. It affects everybody. We need to stand up and speak up and say this is not right. I'm here to give you some stories of the women that I met when I was in prison. The South African lady who I met who fled her country because her girlfriend was correctively raped by a gang of men and then raped with a knife. This girl fled that country for sanctuary, for safety here, yet was locked up for being a legal immigrant. I'm here because of the lady that I met whose husband beat her for 30 years of their marriage. One day she was cutting up onions, getting his tea ready. He came in drunk from the pub, a fight ensued. He ended up with a knife in him. We don't know how that happened, however she got sent down for murder. The judge did not take into account the fact that there were 30 years of historic abuse from this man on this woman. I am here because these things need to change. People cannot be judged for their criminal history when it is linked to domestic abuse. We need to stand up together, speak up together and rise together. Thank you.
So I'm delighted to introduce our next speaker, Jude Kelly. Jude Kelly is the artistic creative director of the South Bank. She also founded WOW, Women of the World, which is held every year on International Day.
Stories that you've all got. I started Women of the World 4 years ago because I realised that there were far too many women who were deciding that in the UK things were sort of good enough, and people were saying, well, they'll get there eventually. And that this is a totally disrespectful relationship to have to our own history of activism. We won't get there eventually unless we continually speed up the process of equality. And the only way to do that is for all of you to feel that you personally are pioneers. Now, you couldn't be standing in the rain today if you didn't feel that way anyway. But I, as a mature woman, having gone through 3 generations of feminism, decided that actually we really need to stand shoulder to shoulder with much younger women, with 9-year-old girls, with 14-year-old adolescents, with people who are going into childbearing years and coming out of childbearing years. We all have stories to share about the fact that we do not have an equal world. And of course, there is no society yet that has achieved an equal world. So we're trying to imagine almost like the 4th dimension that doesn't yet exist. We have to create it together. And as part of that, and I can see men in the audience, having men standing alongside as feminists is a key part of this movement. South Bank Centre, we created a new festival called Being a Man. Thank you. Thank you. And that is because any new world is something which men and women are going to do together. So in rising as women, let's rise as men as well. And something about that, coming together as humans, that will then be unstoppable. Thank you.
So glad that we heard the F word there. Feminism! For women and for men, of course. So every gathering needs their poet, and today a young poet, Elizabeth Campbell, is our spoken word artist. She's also known as Bodicea Rising, which is her YouTube name. I've asked her to come on and just read this beautiful poem that she read out to me the other day. So Liz, Bodicea, you're on.
Breathe life into air. After fighting, wrestling with my intuition. Your ego's words, I don't care. Take me by the hand with your hand that has left over fibers of her hair. Look into my eyes with yours whilst running movies of last night's conquest. Your mouth stutters when you say something, I love you, yet your body feels loveless, yet I let you take me by the hand. Lead me down this path of plastic plants, cardboard skies, it's all a facade. I give in to your trappers evermore. Lay down in your bed, let you make me your whore. Wanting so desperately for you to see me as I see you, for you. To look into my heart and find that little girl hiding in the dark. Hold her like you are me. Turn this monstrosity into something, anything. I need reality. But you don't hold her. Only fall in love with my vessel. You can't console her whilst pushing face into testicles. This is what she uses to see, to speak her truth. Yet all you know to do is teach her how to be lied to self-abuse with the assistance of you. Separate her from me so I can never be free, a willing prisoner. Well, no longer. Since that night out of spite and power games, a tiny fragment of life was made. A tiny fragment of love remains. And since you took no responsibility, I'll take full credit for it. I showed myself that my body is more than a dumping ground of hate and violence. But where she dwelled, where I dwell, and my light is shining. I too was made by a miracle. My eyes are not to be disrespected, lied to, no. My mouth was meant for nothing but to speak the truth. My body is sacred. Just as Mary's, I planted the seed so that I could find me.
Very special. We're going to be hearing more of Bodicea. So now I'd like to introduce a very good friend of mine, Sue Lloyd-Roberts, who many of you will recognise from the BBC, where she is a human rights journalist for Newsnight and BBC World Service. Sue goes to countries where most men wouldn't even dare go on, I think, forged passports most of the time, to expose the absolute injustices that are being done to human beings all over the world by other human beings. It is a real honour to have her here today. Sue Lloyd-Roberts.
Thank you, Lynn. I will be brief. There are two things I'd like to start off by saying. One I find inspiring, the other profoundly depressing. Inspiring that so many of you turned out on this really horrible day. Thank you. Depressing that we're here at all, really. When you think of the other rallies that have taken place in Trafalgar Square, defending the rights of Palestinians on the Gaza Strip, Tibetans under the Chinese occupation in China, Aboriginal rights and so on. It's as if we women are just another minority. We're not. We're 51% of the world's population. We are a majority. So let's all fight for the rights of the majority. As a human rights correspondent for the BBC, I reported on a lot of gender issues, like honor killings in this country, forced marriage, corrective rape, all the horrors that take place. Most recently, making a number of films on female genital mutilation. And I remember my very enlightened male cameraman saying to me when I made the first film on female genital mutilation in Egypt, if men routinely, between the ages of 3 and 16, had their delicate sexual parts ripped away and were denied sexual pleasure for the rest of their lives, there would be no other story. It would be the only story in town. This is why it is so important that we push up the agenda, violence against women. As a journalist, I commit myself to doing many, many stories, more films, more reports on this subject. And you, please, the fact you're here now, as an audience, demand more coverage from the newspapers, demand more from your radio and television stations. If you see a report on the issue, on the BBC or anywhere, write in and say, good, we want to see more. Let's get violence against women on the top of the news agenda. Thank you.
Thank you, Sue, so much. And now for our last two speakers, representing two very different communities. Laura Marks is here to represent the Jewish community. She is Vice President of the Deputies of British Jews, and she set up Women in Jewish Leadership, which demands better gender equality and more focus on issues which matter to women. I come from the Jewish community myself, although I've been a bit of a retrobate for most of my life, and it never occurred to me, why not, that obviously the Jewish community has as many problems, 1 in 3 women getting abused, as any other community in the world. So I'm delighted to introduce Laura Marks.
Thank you, Lynn. It's a pleasure to be here today, and we as Women in Jewish Leadership, part of the Board of Deputies, are delighted to be standing up here for women today with our sisters from all the other faith groups who are here, and indeed people of no faith group. And there's about 15 million Jewish people in the world, and we face the same issues as people of all other faiths and none. Judaism teaches us very clearly that violence against all sorts of people, any people, is unacceptable. There's a concept in Judaism which is called pikuach nefesh, which means that each life is important. We're also told in the Torah that we are all created in the image of God, all of us. And that means that we all have a right to life, to dignity and to freedom, regardless of our faith, regardless of our background. And also, finally, Judaism teaches us that if you save one life, that's as good as saving the whole world. So within this context, every single person that we can help matters as much as important as doing the whole job yourself. In the Jewish world, as Lynn said, we have the same issues as everybody else. We have our own charity, Jewish Women's Aid, which works alongside organisations like Women's Aid to fight domestic abuse. And we have to make sure that women who are underrepresented in leadership roles across the whole community and in the Jewish community actually sit round the top table, because until we sit round the top table, we can't get these issues onto the agenda. So I'm delighted to be representing the Jewish community along with other faith groups to say how much we are, how important this issue is, and how much we are also standing up against domestic violence and abuse against women. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Laura. And now, from a very different background, I'd like to, we really are coming to the end of the speakers very soon, but so important, every one of them is such an important message to say. And our next speaker, Rahela Siddiqui, is absolutely one of those. She's worked for 20 years as a women's rights activist in Afghanistan. If you can imagine how hard that is. She's had to come here to the UK. She is, however, incredibly active here. She's chair of the London Women's Refugee Forum and a member of the Board of Trustees for Women for Refugees. She's been working very closely with the... Sorry, been bombed. She's been working very closely with the women that have been incarcerated as political asylum seekers. A horrible story. She's only going to speak briefly because we're moving to music quite soon. She is an awesome woman. Rahela Siddiqui.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased to be among all of you. It's a great day for all of us, historical day. Women asylum seekers needs to be treated with dignity and respect. And they are, but because they are not committed crime. You may not know that women asylum seekers detained in UK. There are yards with detention at Bedford. Women asylum seekers face trauma and torture back home and seeking asylum for safety in this country. But they are offered indefinite detention. For women refugee research indicates that half of the detained women asylum seekers are raped and 2/3 experience persecution. I can give you a story of a woman who was detained. She was traumatized. She was screaming to the sky because of being tortured. She wanted to see her doctor in Yalesworth Detention Center. As soon as she wanted to start to explain her problems, she started to cry, and then a nurse came and said that, sorry, the doctor has no time to talk to you. Please come with me. She went with the nurse and wanted to explain to the nurse, but she was still tortured and she was crying. The nurse said that, sorry, I don't have time. What is your problem? She said, you don't have time. I do not want to say my problem to you now. When you have time, I will come back. They are detained at any stage of their application process, either if it is at the beginning, or if it is at the end, or if it is at the middle. Due to not having a good lawyer, because of the cut of the legal aid, they are actually became vulnerable, and their application get refused. When they get refused, then you know that they have been further destitute, they have no support, they have no right to work, and they are sleeping roughly. So do you know what is the situation of the women asylum seekers? There are no detention for women in any EU country to my knowledge, but it is in UK. We need solidarity. Do you think we need solidarity to rise for the right of women asylum seekers for justice? We do need. Your mother, your teacher, your sisters, your daughters, or your sons, you all present here. Do we all need to work for elimination of all form of violence against women in this world? Yes. Thank you.
So a last minute, but very, very important speakers just arrived, or two of them. Marissa is the coordinator of the Women's Domestic Workers Union, which I didn't even know existed until recently, and they have a very good reason to exist, because they are treated abominably, and she's brought with a colleague who's written a poem that she would like to read out to us. So Marissa's going to introduce her colleague. She's promised me not to say very much. because and we're going to dance and sing and skin's coming on, so.
Woo! Hello, United Kingdom! We said no to slavery! We don't want slavery in this country! Restore the domestic worker visa with rights! We want it to be restored! Free our domestic workers from their employers! We don't want the Thai domestic worker visa! Free us! Can you say please, free the domestic workers! Free! I would like to introduce my fellow justice for domestic workers. Please welcome Noni Mokrumet.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'd just like to read my poem, as this is my own experience. My children, my hometown. At 12:35 on July 17, I don't want to remember which was. It was the time when I shut my ears to not hear, to close my eyes to not see, to hold my tears to not cry from the pain of leaving my hometown. My hometown, you don't know how much I miss you. I miss your smile, your face, your voice. I miss you when we were together sitting on the seaside waiting for sunrise every morning. The birds singing, singing the word song. I can see your face, your smile. I heard your voice. Whenever I open my eyes, I found you around. What a peaceful of life it was. But there was no money to buy food, to buy the same clothes, to provide my daughter and son a good shelter and education. I left you because I have to make our dream come true. It is so hard to live far from you and live in a big town who treat me as a slave, who's not kind for me because they said I am only a maid. I almost die of fear and depression of being mentally abused when I decide to escape. Days, weeks, months, years pass. If you only know what problem I face, my enemies are not strangers. The law make it difficult to find work. I always told, sorry, we do not accept undocumented. They said that I had no right to change employer as any other worker. I wonder how different I am from my fellow other domestic workers. They can go and visit their hometown while I can only watch at your picture, my hometown when I miss you. I want to hold you in my arms. Oh, what a life. I am one of many domestic workers in diplomat household who try to speak out. Others are scared. Who can help me to claim my right as a worker and as a human, not only for me, but for my other fellow domestic workers? When they change the rules, system of immigration rules, I become hopeless. Should I wait for miracle? They say they care about human rights, but here I am asking, where are they? I am a human. I am a worker. Don't I deserve respect? Am I not worthy of warm bed other than cold tiles of kitchen floor? Am I a beast that can work at almost no rest? Am I a beast to be beaten, burned and violated? I am a worker. I am a human. I am not a slave. Thank you.
Thank you so much, thank you, and hopefully we will get our rights back. We want this government to put back our rights. We don't want this slavery in this country. We rise. Thank you so much.
We heard you. And thank you so much for your patience. congratulations, you've been absolutely amazing, and I can see who's left and who hasn't, and I haven't seen anyone leave, which is just incredible. Thank you. So, wonderful moment for us, the incredible Skin, who has been working with us from the beginning to make this whole event very, very special. Skin, over to you. Sorry.
How you doing out there? I want to see those fingers in the air for 1 billion rising! I am a survivor of domestic abuse. I am a survivor of domestic violence. And that's why I sing. Because I put all of those feelings and all of those emotions into my songs. The song that we're going to do now is called 100 Ways to Be a Good Girl. And it's basically a song I wrote lyrics to with Len Aaron back in the day. It's a Skunk and Nancy song. And I sort of perform this for you because it's about trying to be the best that I could be and it never ever being good enough. I caused a major war just by talking. You flew into a rage, 'cause that's everything you know. Childhood of violence, full of heartache. I flew into a rage, 'cause that's everything I know. I know 100 ways to be a good girl. 100 ways. My willingness to bleed. I know 100 ways to be a good girl. Still I'm alone, 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 I'm alone. Stop those feet. Shielding from unexpected fury. Frightened survivor in my world too shy to see. Softly I spoke, softly I died. Softly I spoke my willingness to bleed. I know 100 ways to be a good girl. 100 ways, my willingness to bleed. I know 100 ways to be a good girl. Still I'm alone, 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 I'm alone. Woo! Come on, come on. Crucify me with isolation. Crucify me now inside my private hell. I know 100 ways to be a good girl. 100 ways, my willingness to bleed. I know 100 ways to be a good girl. Still I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone. Yeah. 100 ways, 100 ways, 100 ways, 100 ways. Hands up. 100 ways, 100 ways, 100 ways, 100 ways, 100 ways. Thank you very much. Thank you to the two members of Black Voices who are coming on in a second. Also, big love going out to my fantastic percussion players. To Dubaya. We have Sunny here from Faithless. do another song, and then Black Voice is going to take over for a second. You might know this. I'm going to do this one with Lem Aaron. We wrote this song together back in, was it 19 something? I hope you're feeling happy now. I see you feel the pain and all the seams. I wonder what you're doing now. I wonder if you think of me at all. You used to play the same moves now, or on a special move for someone else. I hope you're feeling happy now. Come on here. Just because you louder. Oh no. Just because you felt good. Still want you here tonight. Want you. The love is to discover you. I see through all those smiles and looks so bright. You used to have the same friends now to talk away your problems and your life. And how do you remember me? I wanna make you laugh until you cry. I hope you're feeling happy now. Just because you feel good doesn't make it right. Louder. Just because you feel good, still want you here tonight. Want you. Come here. Put those hands in the air. Oh no, just because you feel good, doesn't make it right. Just because you feel good, still want you here tonight. Just because you feel good doesn't make it right. Just because you feel good, still want you here tonight. Want you. I wonder what you're doing now. I hope you're feeling happy now. Oh, I wonder what you're doing now. I hope you're feeling happy now. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Do we love Skin? Cheers. Anyway, I love her so much I can hardly express it. I heard a track from these incredible women, Black Voices, on Radio 2 the other week, and I tracked them down to Birmingham. They drove down at 7 o'clock this morning. They've been working with Skin. They are absolutely, I keep saying I'm repeating myself, but they are wonderful. Thank you so much for coming. Welcome, Black Voices.
Thank you, London. Black Voices are used to lending their voices to support the cause of women all over the world. And we thought today, as it's Valentine's Day, that we would rise spreading love in Trafalgar Square. Now that we found love, now that we found love, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We
baby. I wanna see you dance, dance, yeah. Come on, baby, say when the music's playing. I wanna see you get up and dance, get up and dance, yeah. Move, yeah, yeah. Move, yeah, yeah. Come on, baby, let me tell you what I make you do. Music, oh yeah. Rhythm to my soul. It's rhythm to my soul. Yes, music is alright. Now that we found love, what are we gonna do? What we gonna do? We've been. Now that we found love, what are we gonna do? What we gonna do? We've been. Now that we found love, what are we gonna do? Yes, we are. We've been. Now that we found love, what are we gonna do? What you gonna do? We've been. Now that we found love, what are we gonna do? We've been. Love. Still one, trying it, I will always stay. Perhaps this final act wasn't meant to quench a lifetime's dark event. Nothing comes from violence, oh, nothing ever could. For all is born beneath an angry star, lest we forget how fragile we are. with such amazing voices, like black voices, so we couldn't resist doing a bit of a duet. It's not really a duet, but this is a song about strength. It's called Weak As I Am. It's about empowerment, it's about strength, it's about rising up. It's one of the reasons why we are all here today, rising for 1 billion rising. Okay. I want to see everyone stamping those feet, clapping those hands. Lost in time, I can stand the world. I said when I thought they were tired, all of those harsh thoughts, so unkind, 'cause I wanted you, yeah. Now I sit here, I'm all alone. So here sits a bloody mess, tears fly home. A circle of angels deep in war, 'cause I wanted you, oh. Weak as I am, no tears for you. Weak as I am, no tears for you. Deep as I am, I know it's true. Weak as I am. So what am I now but love's last hope? I'm all of those soft words I once told. If I open my heart, there'd be no space for air, 'cause I wanted you. Yeah, come on. Weak as I am, no tears for you. Weak as I am, no tears for you. Deep as I am, I'm no one's fool. Weak as I am. Let's hands up. In this sainted world, in this weak young heart, not too much for you. In this sainted world, with this weak young heart, not too much for you. In this sainted world, in this weak young heart, not too much for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Weak as I am, weak as I am, weak as I am, weak as I Thank you so much. Thank you, Black Voices. Thank you to all of these drummers. Thank you to Paul Ramsey doing the sound. We have Hannah Holland, DJ from Buddy Bass here at the back as well. Thank you so much, Hannah Holland. Are you going to rise up? With those feet.
Start dancing. So I would like to... I would like to thank all our wonderful speakers. Of course, Skin, Black Voices, woo! Our DJ Hannah, Pineapple Studio, our dancers, the drummers, Lexington Communications for amazing PR. Amy Richards, Yvette Cooper's office, helped us with Westminster, the Mayor's office, Karen Owen, Can, Sam Aldridge and our social media team. Jenny McDonald, Matthew Remain, Thea Tanya, our incredible coordinator. My voice is gone. Paul and our Exfil Productions. For our global streaming, and of course the incredible Evenster, Bonnie Wilson, and the 1 Billion Rising organisation. I'm done. Dancers are back, it's your turn. Everyone who knows the dance, come to the front. Come and dance here. We're breaking the chains and we're rising in London. Today.
On my knees, I pray. I'm not afraid anymore. I will walk through that
One more time, London! London Rising, one more time!
Gotta keep an eye on that, otherwise no point.
Absolutely amazing. Big round. Thank you very much, Lynn Franks. You're amazing. Well done.
Paul said to hold on.
She must be the blue bag, big one, blue silver bag. Black bag.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just trying to get it stopped. Yeah. All good.
Do you want to do it in the cafe?
Yeah, happily. Just whatever needs to be done.
I think maybe.
I mean, should I take the camera over to the cafe?
Well, I think maybe Sandy, would you mind in a minute? Would you mind in a minute running to the cafe? And if it's clear enough for us to get in and not too mob, maybe you could text Matt and let him know so he can bring that over rather than looking over in the rain unnecessarily. Yeah. We just try to get 2 more interviews and then we'll get down there with you. Yeah? You still ready, Chris?
Yeah, ready when you are.
Run now.
Okay, cool. How's that? Oh, good. You're warming up. A bit warm up.
Well, let's go in and get up on stage where they are so we don't lose them.